Loser.
It's live.
Oh, we're live, apparently. What's up, everybody? Welcome. I believe this is episode 52 of FIGGAH Bangin. I am Ace Marlowe, and joining us tonight we have the usual crew. We have Mr. Brian Brink.
What's up, everybody? Get ready for the hypotenuse tonight. That's right.
we did the A squared, and then we did the B squared, so now we're going to do the C squared. Also joining us, we also have, as usual, Mr. JD.
Greetings and salutations, you meat bags.
Oh. We also have a special guest tonight. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is his first appearance on an ROC show.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, we popped this cherry. Excellent.
Hi, guys.
We have Mr. Cape Cod John.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're here.
So far, so good. Not going to do good in a minute, but... And we also have camera mics behind the camera. So... we got the shit trifecta for you tonight. So it started with spin out, on the gun, spin out, and then we moved on to dirt fire, and the circle is complete. We have another piece of shit that is going to be good. So tonight we are doing the one, the only. This is Bold Forms Gladius, the Dark Emperor.
Finally.
So we got a lot to cover tonight, folks. So first of all, the reason why John is on this particular show is because he's the reason that this review is happening.
Yes. Drunken night at TFCon.
High five, buddy. High five.
High five.
At Hanny's party at TFCon, this past TFCon DC, after the video shoot with Bobby, we were hanging out at Hanny's place, his room, and me and John were talking, and he started going on about this stupid thing, and I'm like, it sounds like a piece of shit. He's like, I gotta get it, I gotta show you. I'm like, no, it's all right. No, you gotta see it. Goes to his room, brings this thing back. I'm like, wow, this is a piece of shit. He goes, yes, it is. You gotta do it for the show. I'm like, I ain't doing this for the show. You would not literally not let me leave the room without taking this stupid thing.
Nope.
So I obliged.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
So the rule was it was worth it if you at least got a laugh out of it. So
Yeah, exactly. $140 for that thing. I want to get something out of it.
Oh God. All right. So for those that don't know, let's talk about the story about this thing first. So this was first shown at TFCon maybe 4 years ago, I want to say, maybe 2013, somewhere around there. It was the first shot we saw of it at a third-party panel at TFCon. I remember seeing it, I'm like, okay, that's a neat idea, and then nothing ever came of it. And then he started showing up at TFCon showing this thing, and apparently it was a real thing. So this is actually made by one guy. He designed it, did everything himself, got all the parts printed himself from the factory, did literally everything himself. So because of that, I kind of feel bad about shitting on this thing, but we're going to do it anyway, but I do kind of feel bad. But hopefully he takes like some of the cues and learns from them. But so before we talk about the figure, we don't normally talk about packaging unless it's important. But so we're going to talk about the packaging. So here's the box, which is probably the best thing about this thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's molded in it's printed in like an ammo case, which is pretty neat. The handle printed on the top. You got the latches, and then you get the only way you would know what it is by that. And then on the back we have the product shots. So we're not doing tank mode. This thing is a triple changer. So it does gun, tank, and robot.
How does that
and
I just don't
Really poorly.
Really poorly. So we're not doing tank mode because John warned me it would take 2 hours to do it, and it's not worth your trouble. So we're not doing it.
No,
but that's what it looks.
It doesn't tab in.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So you can see why we're not going to do it. You're going to look at it. We're going to say, look at that piece of shit and move on. So it doesn't do anything. That's what the tank looks like. There's no wheels on it. It doesn't roll. There's no the turret can't turn because it's the legs or the arms.
They can go up and down. That's it.
There you go. And plus, I'm missing one of these cannons that got lost in the shuffle.
Congratulations to Mr. Skullface for losing that.
Did he actually produce a video, or he just skipped on it?
He wouldn't even touch it. He's like, I'm going to break it. I'm not touching this.
I don't feel like I'm going to break it. To be fair, I don't feel like I'm going to break it.
Is this the thing?
That's what I told him.
Is this the thing that was flopping around in my hands at Hanny's party? I think I remember messing with this. All right.
Yes, you did.
But so that's the box, which is I actually really do like that box. But that's the best thing about this thing. Now, the thing that's going to probably take 20 minutes of this stupid show. We got to talk about this. So these are the collector's instructions, not a normal person's instructions. You have to be a collector to read these. The collector's instructions. These got to be the worst instructions I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Facts.
So let's take a tour, shall we? First of all, we have this. Standard transformation pattern A, B, and C, and gun transformation pattern. There's also everything's doubled in Chinese. That's the first clue of what you're getting.
Paisley. What else?
Lovely.
So
it's nice, shiny paper.
These are the instructions.
The paper's nice and shiny. It's nice.
Oh, the paper's great. So if you notice, the way they did the instructions was they grayed out the pieces you don't move, and they colored in the pieces you do move, which is good. But do you notice something's missing?
The rest of the figure.
How are you supposed to know what this is?
Uh-huh.
That's a common theme with this thing.
There's absolutely no reference to anything else in the figure except the one part you're working on in each individual step.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that,
shit.
but when I started actually looking at this, it's actually the CAD model, and he just deleted all the other parts besides the part he's working on. Because if you look, that's the gear for the for the waist joint with the peg with no peg in it, and there's other parts later on where there's just a hole with no peg in it. So it's literally just the CAD parts, and he just took the one part he was working on. So there's no. So, like there's supposed to be a screw right there, but you can't see the screw because it's not a picture of the figure or anything. It's just the CAD model of that piece.
Oh, God, I can't wait. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
John's the only one that needs to apologize. This took me forever to figure out. Step 2. Look, step 1. I was like, okay, that's the crotch. Those are the hip flaps. That's the crotch. I got it. This took me forever to figure out. Or, no, this piece took me forever to figure out. So this piece swings up, that's that. I'm like, okay, cool. Step 3, I'm like, what the fuck is step 3? Turns out that's the ass flap.
Oh, yeah.
That's the crotch and that's the ass. And this continues throughout the entire...
Oh, my...
Like, to fold in the hands. Just to fold in the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to fold in the hands. There's these cautions that I don't understand because this pegs into there. Just because it has to peg in, that's a caution. I mean, it just goes on like that. What is that?
Oh, that took me forever to figure out.
That's the crotch. So that's the insides of the legs, like the joint for the crotch, where the legs attach.
Looks like
it's just
Space
this is
Invaders. This is what it looks like.
It does. But I mean, this is just an absolute shit show of instructions. What else can we talk about? So the original intention of this thing, which I didn't know about until John told me, was he wanted to have a base body and then have panels that attach onto it so you can make one body and just snap plates on and become another figure. So it's a skeleton with panels on it. So this is the skeleton, and then this is everything else.
The skeleton's the only part that actually does any transforming.
This is just on top of that. So this is just decoration.
So do you think there'll be add-on kits to just make a different, like a Galvatron or a Starscream?
That was apparently that was his intentions, but they were all going to share the same skeleton.
Oh.
And then we get to this shit show. What?
I say it was also said that it was to help people paint it since the figure is unpainted. Like a Gundam.
That's another thing. And then there's this shit show of stuff that I'm not even going to touch because wait until you see this shit. But this is all the accessories. That's a disaster. That's another disaster in and of itself that we're going to get to. We're not going to go into depth in this, but we'll show it. So that's the instructions. I mean, how do you expect me to go to tank mode when you got shit like this? Like, how are you supposed to know what this is? How?
Fuck.
So that's the collector's instructions.
That should say garbage instructions.
The other thing we have to know, which I wasn't aware until John enlightened me, is that the creator of this figure doesn't like pins.
Mm-mm.
So there are no pins on this figure except for 2 right there. I think there's 1 right there and a couple here and there. So this thing has friction tabs and screws holding it together. So all the hinges are friction tabs.
That was so he could get the Gundam, armor and underframe thing going that he had in mind for whatever reason.
So they all pop off.
Yep.
All of them. They just all fall apart.
So you
see the shiny right there? Those are pins. Friction, everything else is friction.
Really?
It gets more interesting the more you dive into it. Oh my god, I'm spilling my iced tea everywhere. Okay, so I guess I got to start touching this thing now. I don't even. I don't even want to touch it.
I'm sorry, man.
You violate that shit.
Okay, so you get rid of the stand.
If you break it, no hard feelings. It's not like I'm ever gonna actually.
I honestly don't feel like I'm gonna break it, so we'll see what happens. But
good luck, buddy.
So here's the gun mode. It is ridiculously solid, which is weird because the robot is not. It looks like a goddamn gun. I mean, this is probably one of the most solid alt modes I've ever seen. Just for the record, I'm showing you what this looks like now because this is gonna fall off like that. So we're just going to take that off now. This is probably going to slide off too, so we'll get rid of that. And this is probably going to pop off, so we'll get rid of that. So this is the base gun. This is the kind of thing you bring to 7-Eleven and you get killed. But
yeah,
like that's kind of ridiculous. So
now, anyone here a gun guy? Like, is it accurate to a certain model of gun?
And I'm pretty sure most guns don't have tank treads hanging off the back, but
yeah, I mean,
it
looks pretty close to something.
This looks fucking ridiculous.
Something or other.
You point this at somebody, you're gonna fucking get killed.
So you can't take the stock off the back there.
This is part of the transformation. This is actually part of the legs. You can do that, but you can't get rid of it.
All right.
The ammo can that comes with it, the box actually says what it is. It's a P99, and it's a very accurate one. Like, even the shape of the trigger guard is accurate.
There's no barrel.
Well, aside from that.
The one thing that'll give it away. But to be fair, this is ridiculous. The only hollow bits or parts that show it's not a gun is there's a little bit of hollow in here. Right in here. And like a little bit up in here. But, I mean, like, these panels all come in to fill it out. It's solid pretty much all the way around. I mean, it's actually a fantastic gun. It doesn't look like Megatron in any way, shape, or form, but it's a fantastic gun. Blah, blah.
It's the only reason it didn't get sent back immediately.
The trigger is not spring-loaded or anything. But so you have options as far as what you want to do on top of this. Like I showed, you can have this on here, I don't know why you'd want to because it's literally just falls right off.
Hey, so
if you want,
real quick, I don't know if it's the camera, but is it silver, gray, or white?
It's gray.
Okay.
It's like a really, really light gray.
Okay.
It's not a Megatron gray at all. This is kind of like the stock configuration that shows like on the box and the instructions. This just slides on. Plug this on. Get a more of a Megatron look, which does look better than the regular gun because the regular gun looks too realistic. But you're supposed to be able to fold this down and somehow attach this to here. I don't even know how to, like, it's supposed to be able to, those two clips in there are supposed to go around this. I thought I was going to break it. I was putting so much force on it and try to get it on there. I can't get it on there. I could probably show in the instructions, though.
Sure?
What it's supposed to look
you
like.
Can show it in the instructions?
I can try. See, it's supposed to go like that. So you have the 3-prong thing or whatever, or the stock. Where does it show it in the instructions? I got to see where the hell it shows it. There you go. So like that. So not the 3-prong, but the more Megatron single-prong piece. So you're supposed to be able to take this piece. I'm assuming it's this piece. It's very hard to tell, but that looks like that piece, and it's supposed to go on. So these two tabs go over these two, but when I do it, like, it just starts falling apart. It pops apart, and I can't get this damn thing on to save my life. So now I can't get this back together.
You can't even get that back together.
No, that piece is like not supposed to be in there, I don't think. And then the whole thing comes like that whole thing is a shit show. It's like 100 different pieces.
We're gonna kind of get to it. Somehow this is supposed to peg onto this, and then like that, and then make that look if that's what you want.
But that's the front of the gun, right?
No, because this is the front of this piece is a separate piece.
Oh, are you sure that's
apparently
not the back?
I don't know.
Oh no!
You look at this. Look at the scope. Just look at the scope.
Okay.
The scope is like 7 different pieces. How are you supposed to figure this out?
I think you have the back of the gun on the front of the gun.
No, because you can see it's got the lines. See the longer lines?
Oh. That's
those pieces.
Oh, I see. All right, then. Carry on.
It's just these accessories are a nightmare and a half to try to figure out. But that's why I think it looks better anyway with just this bit lifted up. So I go with that. I think that looks better anyway. But if you screw with it, you can kind of do something like that. This is all falling apart, of course. But there's not a ton to make fun of in this mode because it's actually, other than that, it's actually a decent gun. It's actually a really, really good gun mode. It's just the accessories are what killed it in this mode. But if you had this thing, I would say throw this thing in gun mode and throw it on the wall and be done with it.
But if you shake it, all the pieces fall off.
Not all the pieces. That comes right off. If you shake this a little bit, like this doesn't lock in, it just slides in, and there's nothing to lock it. It just, but it's tight enough that it's not going to fall off. Like that just fell off when I was shaking that. But like, those aren't going to come off. But if you just start pushing it, it'll come right out. This piece connects solidly to this piece, but then the rest of it doesn't connect solidly at all.
Oh.
It's just like there's these slot tab things. That's how that all picks together. But when I transformed this thing for the first time, I was like, God damn. Like that's literally will get you killed if you bring that any place.
Yeah.
So just real quick for size comparisons, I'm not a gun person, so I don't own guns, but I do have.
You transformed your Apollyon into a gun, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought it back from that asshole that bought it from me. That got me down from. I don't want to talk about it. I do have a BB gun, which is an airsoft gun. So you can kind of see for a comparison. Just how it's hard to get it because this stupid thing is so long. It's hard to get it like in frame. Just take some of this crap off. So you can just see how close to a real gun. Assuming this is closer to a real gun, it actually is. And then for shits and giggles. There it is with an MP car.
With an MP car.
Lovely.
Which seems perfect. So that's pretty much everything to say in gun mode. Is there any other questions before we... Oh, God. I don't even want...
wants to know why you have a BB gun.
I don't know. I've had it fucking forever. I have no idea. It's just there.
You're a vigilante at night, aren't you? Really?
Shh. I am the
dispensing
night.
Justice with BBs.
And this flap is the only thing that's loose. It's weird, but...
I would like personally just to thank you for taking on this drunken bet that I made.
Oh God, don't thank me yet. We still got a long night ahead of us trying to transform this stupid thing.
All right, Ace.
Ace is going to be turning that BB gun on himself here before long.
The only thing that's weird is the handles. I don't know if the handle is accurate or not because the handle's a little thick. It's hard to get unless it's just my girly hands can't as well. Any other questions from the chat before we move on?
Nope.
God, does that mean I have to do this?
How's that plastic feel? That would be my question.
It's okay. These parts are a lot thinner. The problem is it's actually solid in this mode. It's not solid in robot mode when we get there. But it feels cheap. This mode, like I said, this mode feels fucking great. It's just when we get to robot mode, it's kind of gonna fall apart.
I mean, is it squishy or is it solid? You know?
No, it's solid as fuck in this mode. Like you can. Oh, it started to come apart because I whacked it. These bits like to come apart, but like this whole top piece stays on nice and solid. It feels solid. It feels really solid in this mode, but as you'll see in a minute, it doesn't feel solid in robot mode. All right, so we're doing this.
Yep, find the green piece and you can start there.
All right.
The green piece.
So we're just going to start kind of loosening everything. The instructions say to start up here when transforming it back. This has got to... I feel something, bro. I think something popped off already. So there's a lot of places this actually locks in. So this is actually what the arm cannon attaches to. So this is going to end up permanently on the arm. I just don't know how this attaches all the way. Oh, that piece fell off. Excellent. There we go. First lost piece.
I heard something.
Also,
oh my God.
Like I said, this man doesn't like using pins. He doesn't like using glue or anything else either, because there's a whole bunch of pieces that are going to probably pop off. We'll put that back on later. Anything else fall off yet? Not yet. Okay. So the instructions say to start with that, and then kind of start going from there. So this is probably going to be the hardest thing to do, because this was actually hard to... So these panels fold over, but they were ridiculously tight to get on. I don't know if I had everything lined up properly.
Did this thing come with a spudger, or it probably
should have? There we go. It really should have. Okay, so there's that. This is going to be part of the hip skirt. Yeah, see how?
Whoa.
You know why? Because there's no pin in there. It's friction, and it's not toleranced. It kind of transforms like most Megatrons. Like it's got a familiar-esque transformation. Like these are the arms, and these are the legs. But other than that, it's kind of a mess. This has got to untab. Oh my god. Keep thinking things are gonna break.
Oh, look, it's so fluffy.
There we go. Okay. So you can see kind of where it's going.
Uh-huh.
Man.
This is all gonna end up being a backpack, and it's disgustingly ugly. And okay. Now let me think. I guess we should probably do the legs first. So these gotta split down the middle. Okay. These gotta straighten out. Okay.
MP Collector says to just dip the whole thing in future. That'll take
Yeah, right.
That'll tighten it up.
Oh god, this thing. Okay. Let me think. These got to flip around and peg back in. Now there's another weird thing going on over here. You have to. So you see where these ratchets? Where's my spudger? I need to point. Okay. So you see how there's like a T right here, where it connects to here. There's another slot right here. So you have to bend the plastic and move it over into that slot. It doesn't untab. It doesn't do it. You literally just bend the plastic. They say to open this and that frees it, but it doesn't. It's just you're literally just bending the plastic over. And then I think that's right. So then these. Oh god! All right. What do we do next? These fold in somehow. No, these got to fold up, and then fold up in here like this. So these are part of the you hear the wheels and stuff for the tank treads. None of this, all this will pop out. Like these tank treads. There you go. Nothing's holding them in.
More pieces.
They just pop right off. Actually, you know what?
Start a pile.
No, I think the other tank treads are missing.
Uh-oh. They're not in the box?
I gotta check the box. I don't know if I had them.
Let's call the hotel and Reston and see if they're on the floor in Handy's room.
Yeah, no Handy's room, because that's when we were messing with them. So there's nothing holding that in. I gotta check to see if I don't know. I might not have ever had that because I don't remember looking for it. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I found it. We're good. There it is.
Yay!
It kept its resale value. But look, there's nothing. What's holding this onto that? Nothing. It's just these two tiny little things. And it wants to fall off. I can feel it wanting to fall off. So let's see. This folds up and it fell off again. It doesn't want to stay on.
Maybe you didn't get one that was glued in? It's like
no, they're neither side. Nope.
This is the floor model, maybe.
Maybe. So it's actually molded to accept this piece to fill out the leg, which is nice. But then these come out for the feet, and I think that's the foot. I think that's right. Does that look right?
Close enough.
Looks like a foot.
Am I doing something wrong?
No, it's just a piece of shit.
Okay. As long as a piece of shit as intended, then we can continue. This has got to fold up and fold around, I think, and then this is supposed to hold it together. In theory, not so much in practice. All right. So this thing splits apart.
I can attest that this was absolutely brand new from a factory sealed, cellophane sealed box. Like, it's not a floor model. This is just how it is.
To be fair, though, I wasn't the first person to mess with this.
Oh, God, look at this thing.
So this explodes, as you see. This is going to become a backpack, and it's gross.
Dude, I'm having like what do they call it?
Post-traumatic stress disorder?
Yeah, from that G Creations Optimism starting to feel.
Oh, yeah, this is up there. So I don't remember how these hips go. So I think they go up and down, right? Yeah, I think they go like that. Yeah, it feels right. Oh, God, nothing feels good on this thing. We found a couple more pins, though. There's a couple pins up in there.
Well, they haven't fallen out yet.
These fold up somehow. I don't know if they go on the inside. They go out that way because that's the only way they feel like they go.
Have we found any ratchet joints yet?
There are a couple, right? There's ratchets in the hips and the knees.
All right.
Right there. Okay. What do we do next? This has got to rotate this way. Oh, that don't feel good. That does not feel good at all. Oh, because it rotates with this piece. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit. There we go.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
How the hell does this turn into a tank?
does this swivel independently?
Yeah, it does. The centerpiece does.
It has to, right?
Yeah,
because that's got to go to the back. Oh, it doesn't want to move.
Do it.
It doesn't want to move. Maybe this piece? What the hell? What piece rotates? Jesus!
Lift up on the lever first, maybe. I don't know. Pull down.
Dig up, stupid. Oh. Did we break it? No, the pegs.
Uh-oh.
It's like I said, it's pegged together, so the pegs came off. Oh my God. I don't remember how to do this. Hold on.
You got the instructions.
I do have the instructions. Hold on, how does this go back together? Hold on, let me just pop this back in. I have to see what I'm doing to pop this stupid thing back in.
Oh my God.
Man,
guys, this is bad.
This is everything I hoped it would be in my.
Okay. All right, I got that back together. Ow, that actually really hurt my finger. This has to end up on the back. So that means that's got to go like that. So that means this has to rotate. Maybe it rotates up in here. It's got to rotate up in here.
Yeah, Chris G in the chat has some advice. He says try up, down, left, right,
left, right, BA.
Start.
99 lives, baby. 99 lives.
Okay. I guess we'll figure this out as we go. This rotates, I think. This backpack is. The instructions say to fold things in a specific way. I just mashed it together until it went the way I wanted.
That's usually what I do too.
This folds down, right? I don't know. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna roll with it. We'll see what happens later. All right. So these kind of got to go like he's doing a reverse YMCA, and this whole thing splits open, and then we could flip the head up, and then
let's look in there real quick. What's going on in there?
Yeah,
it's
what the
nice and hollow. This has got to open up and come out, and this piece likes to fall off a lot, so that might come off. I think these come up, yeah, and then these come up. There's even what's weird is so these red bits on the side, which you can't see right now. So let me lift the camera.
Pull it down in the.
These red bits are actually spring loaded. So when you push the arms in, they collapse in. And then when you open it up, they push back out.
Automorph.
Oh, God. So these come up. I don't think I have to do really anything else. Yeah, so, oh, God, wait till you guys see this. Oh, man.
Dude, he should have sold this as a model kit, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. That's the part besides. So this comes up, and the parts that should be painted are not. This piece is loose. I know that's new. This has to go up somehow. There we go.
Chuck in the chat goes, this is like the last Starfighter, but in this case, if you win, you get hired by Bad Cube.
Cube War Dog.
All right, so hold on one second. Somehow this has got to peg into that, and I just got to figure out how to do it.
Bad Cube.
Does this swing around? Maybe that goes that way. Oh, that doesn't
I
make
would
any
love to
sense.
help you, but it's been so long since I had this in my possession. I do not
Almost
remember.
Somehow this has to fold down and peg into that hole, I think.
Almost there.
We're close. We're getting there. How does this peg on? Does it go this way? And then... So I never transformed... I don't know if I mentioned this, but I didn't transform this back after I transformed it the first time into gun mode. And this is why, because it's a fucking pain in the ass. We'll get there eventually. Hold on, we'll come back to it. Let's finish the arms real quick.
Damn, can you
It's
play a
never
song?
gonna-
Can you play a song on this accordion? I mean, look at this thing.
I feel like we should be listening to Weird Al. So the hands don't fold in like normal. They actually there's these two tabs. So first of all, if you notice that,
Oh Jesus!
so then these have to collapse on themselves and peg into here, and that's what solidifies the forearm. And then this piece is all loose, so that's an arm.
So it's just hollow, completely hollow.
See, it's just these two panels open up. These got to unpeg. Remember the caution symbol? That was there goes the panel.
Oh!
Oh god, hold on. This has got to. Like I said, the man doesn't like pins. They're friction tabs. They're friction hinges. And there's molded detail on the inside, which I just noticed. Why would that be there?
Well, you see the inside a lot, it seems. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you do.
See it up.
Might as well have something to look at. Okay, there's that. I hope you guys are enjoying this at home.
Oh, they're loving it.
I hope this is worth it.
They're
For
loving
this
this
shit
thing.
show. All right, good. At least somebody's enjoying this.
Someone
piece
called this a
back on.
transformer slinky. That was Jason.
That hurts.
Excuse me, Paul said that.
This is supposed to fold flat, I think, but I can't get it to fucking fold flat. That's the best it's going.
Chuck's playing drinking games every time a piece falls off. He's doing a shot, I think.
You must be. I'm sorry to hear that. You're probably pretty fucked up right now. Who invited Chuck anyway?
Oh, Chuck.
Can you imagine how I felt after paying $140 for this thing, getting it out of the box?
Does this peg in?
My question
this
is, what
pegs in.
compelled you to pay that, though?
I was on a high from TFCon Toronto.
Okay.
New toy, yeah, I'll buy that.
New toy, cool.
Okay, we're almost there. I just got to figure out how this waist goes in, and this shit show we'll get to in a minute. We might have to consult. Oh no! Wait! I got it.
Oh.
Yeah!
Hold on. No, don't celebrate yet. Hold on. He's together. Right, we're done. Oh god, we're still not done. So, you see it, and it came apart again, which is a common theme of this guy.
That's what I remember.
So the way the chest connects, this fucking blew my mind. This really blew my mind. So, if you notice on the shoulders, there are these tabs right here, right? And there's holes here on both sides. So what you're supposed to do is somehow
Turn the lights out and hope
let's
for
see.
the best.
Does this fold down? You got to line all this shit up so that it pegs into there. And then there's tabs here that go into one of these slots. I don't remember which slot. But it's also on a double hinge. So you kind of got to line it all up.
Wiggle it around.
Get it underneath those clips and smush. And I think I missed. Yes, I did, because we're too high. So we got to come down some. Hey, listen, it happens. You just say you're sorry, pretend you're sorry, and you move on. This bit. What the hell goes with this? That's got to go.
God, we still have all these parts hanging off the back.
Oh, yeah, we still got to do that.
So
There we go. So that's got to go like that. Somehow this is all going to line up. Kind of line up. Line up is a loose statement. We're not even remotely in the ballpark there. No, we're not.
You got to get the front chest hinge on its. It has like 3 different sitting positions.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it most certainly does. Yes, that is a fact. And there's all the hinges.
Yeah, it's like
Christ.
It's like
Like
2
that?
bubble hinges.
No, it can't go like that. It's got to go lower. It's got to go more like that. All right, let's try to peg this side in first. See, I don't feel like that's right either. Oh my god. No, that's not right. Hold on. Let's see. This has got to go. This has got to come down more. It's got to go like that. And then peg in. And then the waist came unpegged again, if you guys haven't noticed. This has got to peg in here and here. And then here. No. And like that. I think that's it.
It's close enough.
Oh,
yeah.
And then the waist came off.
It'll keep doing that.
Oh yeah, it will. It absolutely will. So I was told this pegs in. So there's itty bitty little pegs right here, and there's holes right here, and they're supposed to fold up in there. I think this is supposed to peg together too, but I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. But we can try.
It helps hold the torso together.
Yeah, in the most loosest phrase ever. Okay, so let's try to peg this together. Because it kind of pegs together. I can see where it goes together, more or less how it was in gun mode. And then, the waist came off again, just so you know. And then this has got to, I think I got the rest right, or more or less right. So we'll try to peg this in. So that's pegged in, but the waist isn't. All right, we're going to call that good. So we're going to say, let me see if I can get this to fucking peg in. Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, but now this won't fold flat. Okay, that's good enough. So the backpack came off. I don't think the backpack is remotely right, but whatever. It's good enough. Here is... Stand for me, sweetie. Come on. Stand for me. Okay, hold on. Here, oh my god, stay. Here is both forms. Oh, what is this stupid thing's name again? Gladius. The Dark Emperor in his robot mode.
Gladius, huh? Shout out to Glad Bags.
You forgot to attach the fusion cannon.
Oh, we're getting there. I don't know if I don't even know which. Wait, I have a serious question.
Yep.
Which one's the fusion cannon?
The one the one that slid on the bottom part of the gun.
This?
Yes, that attaches to the thing on his arm and like slides over it, like just like it did in the alt.
Better?
That's how it goes.
That's it? That's it?
That's it. And then the scope piece plugs into his back.
Oh, we're going to get there, sweetie. Don't worry. We are going to get there. Here he is in all his...
non-standing glory.
I was going to say glory, but he... Oh, my God. This is all coming apart. Stay. Stay. There. There he is in his quote-unquote... Try to get some of the harsh light off of him. Quote-unquote glory. Just soak that in for a second.
This was intended to be masterpiece, right?
Yes.
It's intended to be. Let's take a look at that face, shall we? Let's look at this. Just soak that in.
It's kind of like a Joker smile.
So he comes with, you guessed it, replacement faces, which I'm not even going to take out of the styrofoam. The styrofoam, by the way, is actually pretty good. It's nice and sturdy, nice and thick. I just kind of wish
part of it.
I kind of wish the whole figure was made out of this. It might have been more solid. So there's a piece of tape holding it on, and I don't feel like taking it off because why would I?
It's just more parts that are going to be
More parts.
flopping around everywhere.
So if it'll focus. We have a mean yelling face.
All right.
Then we have a I smell the fart face. And then we have a I dealt the fart face.
Perfect. That's perfect.
So you have those faces, and then you have Matt Baldwin duck face lips fault face.
Yeah.
It'll focus.
I think those are
It
the
doesn't
only
matter.
pieces that have paint.
So, all right, let's do the technicalities out of the way first. Let's do articulation. If you notice, his arms are just facing different directions now, just from touching it for a couple seconds. I think technically that's right, right? You don't look. Do you look at the top of the forearms like that or the side?
I had them to the side, but I don't really think it matters.
We're gonna go with that because that's somewhat presentable. Okay, so hopefully it stays together enough that we can go through it real quick.
Good luck.
Head is on a double ball peg. So you can look up to there, down to there. Can't really get the side to side too much, a little bit, and then it rotates around. The neck piece is on a separate swivel, which when you turn the head, now it's not doing it, of course, but when I was messing with it, it took that neck piece with it when it swivels. So that's a thing that happens. Shoulders are on this bizarre system. So as you saw during transformation, since it's just a skeleton, you've got this. So you got a butterfly. Oh, wait, I forgot to fold these pieces down. Front and back, like that. You've got this up and down, like that.
Ooh.
And soft ratchet. Actually, okay, it's a hard-ish ratchet.
Hardish.
Hard-ish.
So there's no spring, I don't think, but I can feel it. I feel like, you know what it feels like? It feels like the teeth are too big for the ratchets, and it's grinding against it every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not a spring that's actually clicking it. It just feels like the teeth were too big, and it's just I can feel them like grinding. And you can see these screws, no pins. So you got, like I said, you got this in and out. You can move this piece out of the way, which when you move it, starts flippity-flippiting. Which again, you have molded detail underneath. I don't know why, but you do. So he's technically got double elbows, but they get you to there. Let's see what happens if you bicep curl. Not really much more. He's peg on peg a lot. Hands are kind of gross. So they're on a swivel or a mushroom peg. I don't remember. They're on so it's an in and out swivel, mostly for the transformation. And then a screw. Yeah, that's a screw. That's screw swivel. Thumb is fixed. The fingers are individually molded and individually articulated, but they all curl.
Okay.
They're all molded in a curl with one single base joint. And that is not pinned. Those are frictioned in.
Friction.
Oh, wow. It's like, isn't that how MPO1's hands were? I mean, they were pinned, but...
I've never really messed with an MPO1.
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and these also pull out. I don't know if I pulled them out. They probably pulled that on their own. I was messing about. Shout out to pulling out. That's the fucking best. But
you don't end up with mistakes like this.
So I don't know what you can really do with that, but they're always permanent clawed. Backpack has come apart again. Waist is actually on a ratchet, but it's a soft ratchet. Actually, that's not bad. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teeth to get to 90 degrees. That's actually pretty good. I actually approve of that waist. That might be the only thing we approve of in this whole thing, but actually the waist ain't bad. While you're messing with it, it's going to come unpegged, so then you technically have a reverse ab crunch. And you get it all the way to there. So that's pretty good.
So that's what I think I remember TFCon. Every time I held it, it would just fall in half.
I'm counting it as articulation because it will happen when you mess with it, and will do it on its own. So that's what it wants to be. So we're counting it.
That's so Soundwave can hold him, and you can do the movie scene with him carrying him away.
I forgot to show. You can go out. You can do a. Let's see if we move this piece out of the way and kind of move it. You can get straight out. That's good.
How sturdy are those arms? Like,
they actually hold decently.
Like he can hold the fusion cannon up at like a decent angle.
Well, the friction, like I said, they're friction hinges, so they don't hold too well. So the arm can hold it. It's just this piece has trouble holding it. The arm joints themselves actually are fine.
Okay.
Waist and hips. So we're just gonna kind of move this shit out of the way. These hip skirts can move up out of the way. All right. So I know there's some kind of ratchets in here. So we can ratchet. Actually, hold on. We might have a winner in the Van Damme.
Oh, he's past it. That is one hell of a teabag right there.
Superb Van Damme. Well, this piece came out. This is supposed to peg into there. So he can well beyond Van Damme. Hold on. Because these don't tab into anything, these hip pieces, so they move as you move the hips. So I got to support it as I bend it. So hard ratcheted hips going out. Soft ratchet going forward. So if you move the hip skirts out of the way, you get almost 90 degrees. Backwards. Pretty decently, actually. And then back to there on the same soft ratchet. Do we have a thigh swivel? We do. Little squeaky.
Ooh.
But it's there. So the knees, you can see the ratchets right there. But there's a hinge right here for a transformation. And when you bend it, it wants to bend at that upper joint. Because why wouldn't it?
Right.
So you kind of got to hold it and then push it to get the proper knee joint to get a solid 90 degrees. Give it to him. It's just that every time you move it, it's going to want to move that other joint first. And this is all coming unpegged and unlining up. No knee swivel. Feet are a monstrosity. So there's a pin there. Found another one. So the toe can go. This piece came off again. Stay. Stay. It's not lined up right. I don't care. Toe can toe up to there. And it's on this separate joint. So we can go down to there. This is the heel. It can fold if you need it to. And it can actually go all the way around. So you got... It's actually on a ball joint. You can see it right there. So it can actually go all the way around for ankle tilt. But it's kind of like on an angle. But
it won't actually support it, though.
No, it's floppy as fuck. So it's not going to... It just slides right off. It's not balanced well at all. So you're not going to really be able to pose this thing anyway.
So no die cast in the feet, right?
Oh, no. There's no die cast anywhere on this thing. It is 110% shampoo bottle plastic.
Yes. That's great.
Hey, John, you've got an offer for $15 in the chat.
Just tell me who I'm shipping it to. I get my 10% finder's fee.
Wow. A whole $1.50.
Hell yeah. I'll take it. No, $1.50. Okay. So hold on. Stay with me here. Stay with me, Goose. Okay. Then we have accessories. So we got this thing, we got this thing, we got the faces, and then we got all this shit. So for some reason he comes with a matrix. Because why wouldn't he come with a matrix?
So just a
And it's
not painted.
It's a
thing.
chunk of black plastic that fell out of my hand that can't store in them. And he has this shitty matrix for some reason.
No. There's room in the chest for that.
Well, if you open the chest and just throw it in, it'll rattle around.
You ain't gonna get the chest back closed.
It's supposed to be 2 of these, but one's missing. This is for the tank mode to plug into the tank. Somehow, let's see.
It also plugs on his back.
So you can, you need this piece. So you take this. Oh, his waist came off again. I should have like a status report. And the backpack came off again. And the waist came off again. And the backpack came off again. So if we take... I can't even get him to stand long enough for me to do this. I believe we take this bit, jam it in that bit. Like that. And then this pegs into here. And then that gives him his back cannon. But I believe if I do that, that happens.
Oh, no.
So I'm not too sure how much use you're going to get out of that, but if you want to do that, that's an option. So that's what that shit does.
Shout out to the Craggle.
Then, like, let me just show you how stupid. So if you can just literally take this apart and pop this piece off, and then this is 2 pieces for some reason. Then you can take all this thing, and these panels pop off. And then these panels pop off. And then this comes off. Am I done? This might come apart more. Hold on.
How many licks does it take?
Hold on.
To get
I'm
to the
sorry,
center?
John. I don't know if you're going to ever be able to get this back together. But I got to do it because it's going to be fun.
By the way, the fusion cannon also splits in half at both ends.
Does it really?
Yeah, like if you look at
it,
it pulls apart like this if you... Unless you already... No,
oh, no, the other one. The other one. This one. Yeah, I saw that. That actually extends and hinges. Then we got this bit, and we can pop this off. This comes off. This piece comes out. This piece comes out. There's more pieces in there.
It's like a Russian nesting doll. Jesus Christ. God.
So here's your accessories. Soak that in for a second. So, you can take these bits, I think, and these somehow become a tripod. And then there's, if I can find them in this mess.
His swords are in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Her swords?
That's what I'm looking for.
You got to piece them together too.
Oh, here we go. They're connected to those. Here we go. So, like, these somehow... Oh, this is only half of it. There's another half in here somewhere.
Oh, my God.
I might not have the other half.
No, it's there somewhere. It might be inside the silencer. Not the silencer, the scope. The scope comes in 2 also.
Yeah, I got that.
No, but it splits down the middle too.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it does. Oh my God, where's the other half? Oh, I lost the other. It's in my hand. I'm laughing too hard. No, it's not in there.
It does it on both sides.
Yeah, no, I did that. There's a sword in here. So, is it? Wait, is it only 2 pieces?
It's 2 pieces, and you clip them together. Okay. One's the handle, and one's the blade.
Never mind, I did have it. So there's the sword. You know, his famous black sword he always had.
That looks nothing like
black sword.
And we're gonna check this out.
He's cut.
Here's his hand.
Sabine Wren.
So, there goes half of it. So there's a slot in there. I'm assuming we just peg this into the slot. Oh my god, this does not want to go in.
No, it doesn't really.
Wow, that's
fit.
tolerance. Oh my god, no, it doesn't. It pushes itself back out. It will not peg itself in. Let's try the other hand.
Yeah, he's probably
stay together. Stay together for me. Let's try this hand. Nope.
Oh my god.
Hold on, let's put him down. We'll try it like this. He's like bathing in his accessories. Nope. Not even close.
Scrooge McDuck there.
It does not. So I don't know why they give you this sword, because the sword does not fit in his hand. So that's a thing.
What the shit?
So if you want to do something with his accessories, here you go. Near as I can tell, that's all of them. Here's some fun things you can do with them, which we're not going to do because of that. Let's see. You can combine them together and make the stand and make the gun embankment using all of these bits, and you end up with that.
Oh, down a little.
And
Put it on camera.
You end up with that.
Okay.
So if that's the thing you want to do, you can do that. But you have to go through all of this to do it. And you have to find each of these parts, which are all the same color black, which don't have any individual markings on them, so you know what they are. And you can make that gun embankment if you really, really want to.
It doesn't hold together.
This is showing how to do the stock, which also is stupid. And apparently you can jam all the guns together into a weapon pack mode. You supposed to put this on his back?
It'll go there, but it doesn't stay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even try that. So here he is with all his accessories.
Did they at least come with a Ziploc bag to put them in? Or
it did not.
No, but I think John might be getting one to get these back, because I'm not putting them back together. So let's put accessories on the side for a second.
Everybody who's had this has lost some piece of it somewhere.
I'm not going to bother fixing them. So I didn't really bother with size comparisons too much. Here it is with an MP car.
That scales.
Here he is with Lavender Wave. And then the one obvious one. Here he is with a good toy. So you can kind of see. I feel like that light's a little harsh. Let me pull it away.
He's laughing at it.
There he is with a good toy.
This looks like a scarecrow of himself or something.
That's a good way to say it.
Dude, I mean, look! It looks like cosplay from like someone at TFCon. Like they got the cardboard.
It kind of is. Like I said,
the cardboard box, cover it in foil.
I mean, when you look at that, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it's literally just a pile of parts on top of a skeleton.
I really hope that this guy sold enough of these to make another one. I really do.
I mean, I
want to see what comes next.
I honestly do feel bad trashing it, because it's, one guy, it was a passion project. He really wanted to do it. He actually took care to try to do the best he could. But it's fucking awful. It's really, 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 really terrible. Oh, God. So it's a flippity-floppity mess. The abdomen, this will not stay pegged in. The backpack will not stay pegged in, and it's gross looking. There's a billion panels here on the side. None of this pegs in anywhere. The legs you can't bend without bending that. They're paneling and they don't stay pegged together properly. I don't know how somebody. Oh wait, that's why. Let me see if I can peg that in a little bit better. Am I missing a piece? No. Oh, that's to peg into there. Never mind. Never mind. The feet suck. Like there's, like it's bad. This doesn't want to peg together properly. Oh, there's the waist. See, look, you don't have to touch it, and the waist comes apart. Like it's like as soon as you pick it up, the waist just. Oh, he'd be the fucking king.
Limbo.
It's just like putting it.
The back practice, you transform into a spider too.
That's
what it looked like when you were trying to pull that shit up.
I mean, I don't even know if that's right, but at least it's symmetrical and somewhat clean looking. This bit,
in the ballpark.
That little bit's floppy. This won't stay on. I don't even know how. Like, you're supposed to be able to get this flat, but I don't understand how, because this has to hit up against that, and it's there's a piece up in here. There's no way to get this flat.
I was never able to.
Do you have to squeeze it harder?
No, because there's a piece up in there. It's like there's no way to get this flat. It's on the box that it's flat, and it's not possible. I don't know. It's just fucking weird. It's extremely, extremely weird. There's literally no paint except for the face. They didn't even paint the blue and red bits on his chest. Everything is loose.
At least painted the Matrix.
Yeah, no, it's just here it is. I actually found it in the pile. Nothing on here. Can you hold it? Probably not.
I don't think so.
You probably get one finger in there. Oh, we gotta do the test too. Hold on. You can hold it like that. Oh my god, I just lost it. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back, Matrix. Okay. Let's do the test.
Can he pick his butt?
Wait. We have butt pickage.
Bold form, complete with ass wiping action.
Oh, Kenny! I don't know if he can. Wait. Let's get it. You can
try to pick his nose.
Now we can see if he can smell. If we unpeg all that. Oh, hold on. Give me that finger again. Give me that finger, Meg. Ah, good. Good. Oh, God. Like, the only thing holding this on is these two little tabs. Oh, God.
I think my favorite part of this is the repro label.
Oh. It's the only quality part.
For those of you wondering, it does not come with the repro label. Like, look at this. This is supposed to tab in.
John, did you put that on there, the repro label?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you wasted it.
You wasted a perfectly good repro label. We could have put that on a good toy.
I was trying to make it at least feel Megatron-y.
Oh God. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's really, 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 really bad.
I don't know about you guys. I want one. I want it now.
Let me get a shot with these accessories. Get everything in frame.
$140 of awesome.
Totally.
You paid American dollars for this?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, you're probably the one financing the next one.
They only had it displayed in the gun mode, and the gun mode is nice.
The gun mode's fantastic.
Yeah. So I figured, it's a hidden gem.
Little did you know.
I know, right?
Nothing else holds together. That's why it was in fucking gun mode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, little cog beret. I mean, you could probably melt these down and make a good toy out of them.
Yeah, probably.
Any questions in the chat?
Nope.
Nope.
Is everybody at least having a good time with this?
Everyone's having a great time.
That's all that matters.
Primacon said that he feels like he should have been listening to Benny Hill music while he watches.
Oh God!
Are you sure you don't want to try for the tank?
I'm sure. I'm good. I'm definitely good. Especially after trying to figure out these instructions to get the gun mode. Oh God! Look at how they show the hinges. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad. How are you supposed to follow this?
I couldn't.
Does he come in gun mode or is he come in bot?
No,
mode?
unfortunately, he comes in bot mode.
Yeah.
So you pull this thing out of the box and right away.
Like you really want me to try to figure out to manipulate this backpack to get into tank mode? Look at that.
No.
The backpack is what's supposed to hold the tank together. That's why it's so
fuck you, no way.
Convoluted.
I mean, I'm
what is that?
Letting you do it, but I gotta piss.
Oh God! Well, they even make a point to show you it actually does peg in somewhat.
Good night, folks.
Oh man.
It feels exactly like what it is. A figure made and designed by just one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. All right. You want to run down the chat real quick?
Yeah, sure. We had KJ Smith, Ed F was in here, Catch 26, Chuck was in here, even though no one invited him. We had EE Prime, Studio Dre, Primacon, Pinkerton was in here, Necro, Her, MP Collector, The Vendetta, Chris G, Lord Shadowkeeper, Jason was in here, Toddzilla85, Internet Personality, Justin L. We had Art H, Charles, and Bricks on the Dollar. Stopped in.
Excellent. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? Anything else before we head on out?
Thank you for doing this.
Was it worth it?
Oh yeah, it was worth it to me. I mean, I feel like I got some of my money out of this figure now.
That's all that matters.
Oh, and please don't rush sending it back. I don't really.
I'm not
much.
I'm gonna overnight it to you.
Oh, please don't. I really don't want it back, to be honest with you.
I can give it a farewell. All right, so that's about gonna do it for us tonight. Let's do some where you at. Brian, where are you currently at?
I am currently at home, ready to also piss my pants. So you can find me in the Facebook groups, Brian Brink and Brinkalizer on Instagram.
JD.
JD Brush in the Facebook groups, Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. Hang out on Tuesdays, every other Wednesday here with you guys. Shout out to
John.
I'm just at home. I have an Instagram, TM Servo 3K. Most everybody online knows me as Cape Cod John, but I'm just John Gibbons.
All right, Dust Mites. You should know who he is by now. Check out Cobra Law Records. Check out all the good stuff there. I am at Ace Marlowe, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything. We currently still have ROC merch available, so go buy a hoodie. Those are pre-orders. They're open for another about 2 weeks, so don't sleep on that. I know we're gonna have people crying. Oh, how can I get a hoodie in 2 months? So don't be that guy.
Sure.
It's shot glasses, and there's still ROC fam shirts available in limited sizes. Toy drive is officially over, I believe. I think the submissions are over.
Yeah.
So we're going to be sending that out to, I think, Houston, somewhere in Houston. Toys for Tots, I think. So that was a pretty good success. Glad for that. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. You should know where they are, what they are by now. If not, just follow the Cool Table Network on Facebook, and you'll be updated. Am I forgetting anything?
I'd like you to pick it up and shake it before we leave.
Well, hold on, the back. Let's do it fairly because the backpack came off.
Oh, do it fairly.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got some fun out of this toy. Piece of shit. Fuck that thing.
That's fucking amazing.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in live. Thanks for watching after the fact. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Give us 2 weeks. We'll see you next time with the next Pick a Bangin'. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Thanks.
See you guys.